Hi, I'm Henry, and welcome to Krugman's Kitchen, Episode 2. As you can see, I'm not wearing my usual hat. A bandit stole my chef's hat recently, so I'm having to make do with this cowboy hat here. That's alright though, the show must go on. Today is a special episode of Krugman's Kitchen because we're traveling abroad here. We're not in our usual location. We're actually in Italy today because we're going to be talking about some GDP pizzas and French fries, some Italian specialties, you know. We're going to show you guys some cool formulas for doing unemployment, inflation, and the business cycle, so stick around. And later on when the pizzas are done, my Uncle D is in town, and he's going to be showing us how to properly taste the food like a true Italian. Here
Welcome to Italy! Hello!
Great, and now all the pepperoni's on the pizza, all that's left is to cook it. Now remember, when you're cooking your business cycle pizza, it's very important you set your timer for one recession and one expansion to maximize full brown toastiness. The middle rack will do.
Hey, take the cardboard out.
Son, you can't do that.
Hey, Uncle D, I'm new to this, okay?
I'll let you do you. You do you.
Smells like our business pizza's just about done.
Achoo!
Turned out perfect. Just like Mom used to make. Alright, so let's take a little gander over here at our business pizza. As you can see, our GDP is increasing as time goes by. And what happens is it'll increase for a while and we'll hit an economic peak when a lot of goods and services are produced. And then it'll go down in a recession and hit a trough where a bad number of goods and services are being produced. And then an expansion will happen and so on and so forth as time goes on. But hopefully, if a country is successful, it'll all gradually increase and the economy will grow.
Son,
Anyway, Uncle D, why don't you take a look at the pizza and see what you think?
let me tell you something. You never bet against the Sox when Rivera's pitching.
Alright.
You really do.
Smells like our circular flow pizza is just about done. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, yeah. That's that flaky golden crust we love to see. Turned out perfect. Hot. Alright, so let's just take a look at what we whipped up here. As you can see, you have households and firms in the market. And households spend money on products, so that's consumption expenditure. That goes to the product market. Those receipts go back to firms, and the firms, to make those products, need land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurial ability that the households supply. So that goes to the factor markets, and then firms pay for those factors to make the products in return. And so it all cycles around like that. And then when you involve the government and banks, the households pay taxes and get payments like Social Security from the government. Firms do the same thing. And then from banks, households can make interest and dividends from their savings, and firms pay loans and interest on the capital goods that they acquire.
Hey guys. So as you already know, GDP is the total market value of all final goods and services produced in a country in a year. But what do you count in GDP? Let's find out. Oh, the fries are done. So this is the formula for calculating GDP. The C stands for consumption spending. The I stands for investment spending. The G stands for government spending. And XN stands for exports minus imports. This is how you calculate GDP.
Where's my spatula? Let's check in here.
Can't seem to find it anywhere. No, not in there. Well, in the meantime, we might as well learn how to calculate real GDP. You can calculate real GDP using nominal GDP and inflation rate. Let's head on over. There she is. All right, let's take this out. This personally is one of my favorite formulas to use to calculate GDP. The R right here stands for percent change in real GDP. The N stands for percent change in nominal GDP. And the pi symbol stands for percent change in inflation rate. Now, what you do is you take the nominal GDP and then you subtract the inflation rate. And this is going to give you the percent change in real GDP.
Yummy. Hey, welcome back. We got one more little variation left to do before we're done with this special episode of Krugman's Kitchen. So if you remember earlier in the episode, we calculated the percent GDP using our special French fries. Well, now we're going to show you another method to calculate that real GDP. That's the numerical method. Let's take a look at our formula here. It's just about done. Ah, yes, that's really hot. My hand hurts really bad right now. Yeah, so as you can see by the formula, all you got to do is take the nominal GDP that we taught you how to calculate earlier, and you divide it by the given price index at that time and multiply it times 100. That's going to give you your strict numerical value of real GDP, as opposed to the percent one that we calculated earlier. Well, guys, that just about wraps up this episode of Krugman's Kitchen. Tune in next week when we make another thing. And from all of us here in Italy, bon appetit! Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. If you're still watching, that means you just finished up an episode of Krugman's Kitchen, where we taught you cool economic concepts cooked up in all sorts of new fun ways. But if you're still watching, that means it's time for us to get serious for a second. We're going to talk about unemployment. Some people think unemployment is funny, but I'll tell you, it's no laughing matter. Remember, to be unemployed is to be without a job but still actively searching for one. You're still technically part of the labor force. If you remember, that labor force is all people who are employed and unemployed at any given time. And also, if you're trying to calculate the rate of unemployed people, all you have to do is divide the total number of unemployed people times that entire labor force and multiply it times 100, and you'll get that percentage. If you're unemployed, you're still searching for a job. So keep on looking, keep trucking, and we'll see you next time on Krugman's Kitchen.